Ethan!
Dad!
Stay behind me.
Who's he?
Ethan, meet your grandpa!
That's Jaeger Clade?
The one and only.
The first gay teenager in a Disney movie is hitting the big screen soon, and he will be played by none other than internet comedian cum rapper extraordinaire Jaboukie Young-White. Hello, I'm Disney Dave, and welcome to my channel. Here you can find things all Disney and Walt Disney World. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified when new content is uploaded. In Strange World, the 61st animated movie by Walt Disney Animation Studios, Ethan is the youngest member of the illustrious Clade family, a clan that boasts famous explorers like his grandfather, Jaeger, voiced by Dennis Quaid, famous pilots like his mom, Meridian, voiced by Gabrielle Union, and even famous farmers like his dad, Searcher, voiced by Jake Gyllenhaal, who discovered and cultivated the energy-producing crop that powers all the world's devices. Meanwhile, Ethan is trying to find his own place in the world, a personal journey that includes a flirtation with a handsome school pal, Diazo, something that Ethan hopes will flower into love. According to Variety, Ethan is a biracial, openly gay teenager who gets completely tongue-tied when he's near his crush, making him one of only a handful of LGBTQ+ characters throughout the animation studio's history. However, this is not a coming-out story, Joe White says. Ethan being gay is just a part of who he is, and it isn't emphasized or turned into a plot device for the movie. Young-White also thinks it's great that Strange World doesn't focus on Ethan's sexuality. In fact, Ethan's family is very accepting who Ethan chooses to love, and it's not a big deal. In Jabouki's personal life, it was in late 2017 that he came out as queer during his first appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He clarified that he identifies as gay in his second appearance on the program in late 2018.
My first time on The Tonight Show, I came out to my parents. That was kind of their reaction too. It was interesting though, like my parents reacted two different ways. Like my dad saw it and he was like, oh my God, I can't believe my son is gay. I could have a stroke, I could have a heart attack. And I was like, you're being such a queen right now.
In an interview with Yahoo, Young-White shared that he thought his character was pretty cool. It was a beautiful thing to be part of, and something I wish I could have seen when I was that age. The movie's director Don Hall has also spoke about the character's identity and said it never got broken down like that, it's more organic. His gayness is only part of him. He's also bold and widely empathetic, which is why he becomes sort of the conservationist in the movie, Hall added. Also, he's impulsive as teenagers kind of are. So, to us, he was just a flesh and blood, well-rounded character. And I think I can't wait for the world to embrace him like we did. All three of Ethan's elders are accepting and encouraging of his choice of partner, which Young-White says is one of the things he most appreciated about the script. The script was written by Raya and the Last Dragon's Qui Nguyen, who directed the movie with Don Hall. Qui Nguyen has said, this is not a coming out story, and it's not him looking for acceptance of his identity. That's just who he is, and it's not an underline or made to be a big deal. It's an aspect of Ethan and one of the many things that makes him who he is. Qui Nguyen also shared, I have a biracial family, so it's something that was easily relatable to me to have two people with very different backgrounds fall in love. And now my kids walk both those lines for us. Fully Asian, fully Jewish, and that's something I understood inherently. Folks keep using the word normalize, and you don't have to normalize normal. It was part of the DNA of the movie, and one part of who Ethan was, echoes Hall. Not surprisingly, Gyllenhaal and Union are equally proud of their fictional son, and the fact that Strange World has put an interracial family front and centre. It's so beautiful to see such a diverse cast and have these ideas normalised in the world, observes Gyllenhaal. And what's so beautiful about this movie is that the only way this family can save the world they love so much, they must start to understand each other and listen. For her part, Union notes that her recent remake of Cheaper by the Dozen, which premiered on Disney Plus in March, featured one of Disney's first live-action gay teens, played by Kaylee Bolensky, but says most of that storyline was downplayed in the final movie. In this one, it's very clear, says the Bring It On star, who is raising a trans teenager, Zaya, with her husband, Dwayne Wade. I just love that we have created a space where we can show a loving, affectionate family that has created enough loving space for everybody to chart their own course in life. I am absolutely honoured to be part of the telling of that story. Even as Disney has made a point of being more LGBTQ inclusive in its movies and TV shows, that approach has had real-world consequences for the studio. Both the 2020 animated feature Onward, which featured Disney's first self-identifying lesbian character, and the 2022 Lightyear, which features the studio's first same-sex kiss, were banned in Saudi Arabia and other Gulf nations, where homosexual conduct is still illegal. Several live-action Disney movies, including West Side Story and Eternals, met similar fates for featuring LGBTQ characters and themes. Asked whether she'd be sad if Strange World is banned in the same Gulf nations that cancelled releases of Onward and Lightyear, Union doesn't hesitate. I'll absolutely be sad, because all you're doing is denying people information that we exist. You're just denying reality. As for her on-screen son, Young-White says that he'd rather keep his attention focused on the audiences that will be able to see the movie over the Thanksgiving holidays. For what this movie will do for the people that it reaches would overshadow any of the other stuff that might be more of a downer. I think it's more exciting to see how people need to interact with it. Not for nothing, but Union has her own semi-joking suggestion for those viewers whose governments might otherwise prevent them from taking a trip to Strange Worlds. What I've learned about the internet is that once it's out there, she says with a laugh. I don't want to encourage piracy, but I understand how things work. People who want to see it will find a way. The more that certain countries work to deny the citizens the opportunity to see things, the more they'll find a way. Despite the backlash, it seems Disney is not backing down from their promise of inclusion, and the studio will likely continue creating content featuring diverse characters. I'm Disney Dave, and thanks for watching.